Hey, continuing on with our lab series of videos, I want to jump to the end of an activity here and show you the game components that are you can put into an activity. They're not required, they are optional, but I just want to kind of go through them before we start working on the activities. So we have five different game components that we can put in at the start, and we have a timer, we have a buzzer, dice, a spinning wheel, and a hat pick. So I'm going to go through each one of these. So if I wanted to do a timer, I can pre-build or pre-pick the timer to be 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, or as long as I want it to be, minutes or seconds. And I can either do it as a countdown or count forward. Okay, so we have some timer options there. We have buzzers. How many buzzers? One, two, three, or four. This might be the idea that we're going to have students come up to the board and, maybe it's a race, who can buzz in first. Things of that nature, or who can complete the activity first and they hit the buzzer. So we got a couple different buzzer options. We have dice, one dice, two die. Um, so it's the idea, that maybe we're going to roll the dice and we're going to have students, how many responses are they going to have? How many, things are they going to answer or select or sort or things of that nature? So that's just one example for the dice. We have the spinning wheel. Now you can look here, we have a bunch of different things we can do. Sort our categories. So maybe we're doing nouns, verbs, which one are we going to answer for? Sorting items. Which item is that student going to sort on the page? Numbers, maybe instead of doing student names, we do student numbers. And so it's going to spin the wheel and decide which number is going to come up. Or we could use this for yet again, how many times you're going to respond, things of that nature. Or we can pull from our student list. So the wheel spins and tells us what student is going to come up to the board. And we have our hat picker. It's the same idea as the spinning wheel. So instead of the wheel spinning and putting up what we're looking for, this time it actually pulls a card out of a hat and tells you, same idea, the category, a number, student name. So those are all things that we can add into all of our different activities. Um, and go from there. So I just wanted to go over those before we started going into the different activities. So stay tuned for those videos.